A very good evening and welcome back to Sense of Science. We are continuing the chapter Probability, in which we are discussing today mutually exclusive events. Now, what are mutually exclusive events? Now, in simple words, these are those events in which occurrence of one event in which the occurrence of one event okay I'm sorry, the stylus stopped. Occurrence of one event will eliminate the occurrence of the other of same sample space. What do I mean by this lengthy definition? I mean that if in a sample space S there are two events possible, A and B suppose, so out of that if one of them occurs, it is sure shot that the other one will not occur. So the occurrence of one will eliminate the occurrence of the other of the same sample space. Fine, let us take it up with an example. So I am taking of the event of rolling a die. Okay, so the sample space, the set of sample space here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is the sample space. Now I am taking the case that an odd number appears is A. I am taking A as odd number is appearing and B as even number. So what can I get the set A and set B as? Odd number set. So A will be the set of odd numbers here, 1, 3 and 5, and B will be the set of even numbers, which will be 2, 4 and 6. Isn't that okay? A will be the set of odd numbers 1, 3, 5. B will be the set of even numbers 2, 4, 6. What can we see here? That in these two sets there is no common element. And whenever we talk about common elements of a set, we are actually talking about intersection. And as there are no common elements on the sets A and B, A intersection B is equal to 5, null set. A set, if two sets don't have any common elements, their intersection is a null set because there is no intersection possible, isn't it? So simply we can say that if A is occurring, then B will not occur. In simple words, if an odd number is occurring on a die, of course an even number won't occur. Or if the even number is appearing on the die, then of course the odd number won't occur. Isn't it? So hence I can say that mutually exclusive events are those events in which there is a same sample space and occurrence of one event in that sample space completely disapproves the occurrence of the other event in the sample space. So like the example was here, I am rolling a die and in this I am getting two events. One is the odd number is there and second is even number is there. So in the case of odd number, I am getting that 1, 3, 5 is the set, and in case of even number I am getting the set as 2, 4, 6. Of course, if an odd number will occur, then of course the even number won't appear. And in the same way, if an even number appears on the dice, of course the odd number won't appear, isn't it? So we can say that they are mutually exclusive, that the occurrence of one is completely eliminating the occurrence of the other. And for such mutually exclusive events, their intersection of the sets is always 5, which means there is no common element or no common possibility in them. That's why they will be absolutely different of each other. Okay. So let us take another example and see whether the event is mutually exclusive or not. So I am tossing a coin. So if I am tossing a coin, the sample space is of course two items only are there, tail, head. Okay. So in the first case I am taking event A as head appears. Okay. And event B I am taking as head or tail appears. Okay. So if I am talking about if head appears, then what will be the set here? Set A will be only H, the head case. And if I am talking that the head or tail appears, then the set B will be, in the same case, would be H comma T, which will be equal to the sample space, isn't it? Now, it is very evident from this example only that these are not mutually exclusive. Why? Here also head can appear, here also head can appear. So occurrence of this does not stop the occurrence of this. If head appears here, this can also be the possibility that either a head and tail appears. So hence they are not mutually exclusive. And the mathematical way of proving it, thus let us find out the A intersection B. And if A intersection B has any value other than phi, it proves that the events are non-mutually exclusive. Is there any common element in A intersection B? It is. H here, H here. So A intersection B is equal to H. Okay? And hence what we can get is that they are not mutually exclusive events. Okay? Okay? So there are two ways of proving whether an event is mutually exclusive or not. Number one, there will be some intersection, then it will not be mutually exclusive. And secondly, we have to just check that if one is appearing, can there be a possibility that the other will appear or not. Okay. Another example, if I can take, is children in the family. These are examples which I had done in the sample space video also. Children in family. So suppose there are four children, there are two children in a family. Then the sample space of course can be either both of them are boys, or the first is boy, second is girl, or the first is girl, second is boy, or both of them are girls. This is the sample space. The first event I am taking here is event A, that both are boys. Event B, both are girls. So both are girls is my event P. So set A for both are boys will only include one possibility, which is boy and boy, and set B for both are girls will also include only one possibility, that is girl and girl. Are these two having any common element in the set? So is there any intersection? Not at all. There is no intersection. So A intersection of B is equal to phi. That means there is no common element, and so we can write that these are mutually exclusive events. Okay. And similarly, in the theoretical way also we can tally that they are mutually exclusive. How can we do that? Number one, in the first event boys are occurring, both are boys. So of course if both are boys, of course none of both are girls. This is not possible. If both are boys, they'll be boys only. If both are girls, they'll be both girls only. So hence the occurrence of one excludes the occurrence of the other, and they are mutually exclusive events. Okay. Now there is one statement given in your NCERT which we need to understand before closing of the class. The statement is, in sample space, all simple events are mutually exclusive. Now what is the meaning of this? If I take a sample space, suppose of rolling a die, what is a simple event? A simple event just basically means one part of the sample space. In the simpler words, it's only one element of set. So this is 1 is a simple event, 2 is a simple event, 3 is a simple, 4 is simple, 5 simple, and 6 are all simple events. So they are all your simple events. Again, what are simple events? A single event of a sample space is a simple event. If I combine some events, they become your compound events. Okay. Now, all simple events are mutually exclusive. This is very well explained theoretically only. If I take 1, of course 2 cannot appear or 3 cannot appear. If I take 2 as a simple event, of course 3 and 4 or 5, 6 or 1 cannot appear. So hence occurrence of 2, if 2 appears here, then it is completely eliminating the possibility that the other 5 are appearing. If on the die 5 appears, then obviously the other 5 won't appear, isn't it? 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 6 won't appear if the 5 appears. So that means occurrence of 1 will naturally eliminate the occurrence of all the other, not only in the case of die, in all the cases. So hence all simple events which are a single part of the sample space will always be mutually exclusive to each other, because if one of them appears, of course the other one won't appear, isn't it? And if we take the intersection of sets also, if I take all the events as individual sets, okay, we can take one element, a singular set, singleton set, 5 and 6. Of course there is no intersection. The intersection in all of them will always be a big phi. Okay, mathematically also. So hence if there is a simple event, just the theoretical understanding is the easiest way to understand this, that if one part of a sample space is appearing in as an event outcome, of course the other one has not appeared. That's why the first one has appeared, no? And that's a simple way. So hence, for mutually exclusive events, there are two things you have to check. Number one, occurrence check. And number two is your intersection check. The occurrence check means you have to check whether the occurrence of one is eliminating the occurrence of other or not. Okay. And second thing, this is the theoretical way. So this is the theoretical way. And the mathematical way is checking with intersections that both events, if you write as sets, will they have any common element or not. If the intersection is not phi, that means they have some common element, they are non-mutually exclusive. Okay. And if the intersection becomes phi, that means there are no common elements, they are mutually exclusive events. Okay. So that's all for today. This was a very important topic. Mutually exclusive events directly carries out to class 12 as well. Okay. And hence is of utmost importance. But in class 11 exams, often, okay, there is a 80% chance of getting a question from this. So please practice, and it's also used in permutations and combinations as well of class 11. So keep practicing this topic, and I'll be soon coming up with more videos on probability and other chapters from other subjects as well. So keep learning till then, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Okay, so meet you soon with the next video. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.